Hello everyone, my name is Marian Andrei, and today we're going to take this beautiful Honda E for a test drive. Interesting design, of course. It looks like a prototype that was put on the road. It has virtual mirrors, so not the traditional setup you usually find on a car. It has a set of two cameras for each side, and they work beautifully in this kind of weather. So if the car gets a little bit foggy inside, you can still see what's around you. And of course, on this incredible weather with mixed rain and snow, they were perfect. Another shot with the front. It's a very bold design, and I really like it. It looks really slick and beautiful, and it's a small car that can turn in. It only needs 4.3 meters to turn. The charging port, it's right here. It has a fast charging CCS and also type 2, and as you can see, we are big fans of electric cars. We have our own 22 kilowatt charging point here. We have pop-up door handles, and also of course here, in case it's not working or it doesn't have any more battery, you still have the emergency access. Let's take a look at the back. So the front seat is adjusted for me. Let's see if I fit. Yeah, so it's okay. I have a little bit of knee room left. Let's say I'm 185, so I do touch a little bit, but it's okay for short distances. I think it's okay. We only have two seat belts, so room for only two passengers. The seat belts are brown, which is nice, and we have the ISOFIX right here, hidden underneath this cloth. Some pockets for your tablets or laptops, and we have two USB ports. Even though it's a futuristic car, we do get the old type USB, so we do not get the USB-C, and some buttons here for the light. We have 4 LEDs here, as you can see. Frameless doors, electric window commands, cloth here, so soft touch material with this line here, brown line, also just like the seat belts. Let's move to the back. So this is the boot space. It's not too big. I mean, the charging cables occupy at least 20% of the more than 20% of the boot capacity, and room for my windshield liquid. But I think for city use, it's enough for your groceries and the backpack. Here we have the reverse camera, which gets dirty really easily, and here we have the Honda logo with the blue surrounding, meaning that this car is electric. The roof is painted in black. Also here we have this huge B-pillar with the NFC logo. In some countries you get a special app which you can use to control the car. Now let's get inside, where we have 6 screens. The car starts up automatically, so I don't have to press the power button as soon as it feels my bottom on the seat. So you have 6 cameras, two 6-inch screens for the cameras. As you can see, we have good image quality, and if you want to adjust them, you just use the slider like in a traditional car with electric mirrors, and I can use the arrows to move to the left, to the right, up and down. Good color, good contrast, and they work really good also when the visibility is poor. 8.8-inch screen in front of me, where I can see different information about driving style, about which mode I'm driving, or about the efficiency of the car. Nice 2-spoke steering wheel with plenty of buttons. Here are for media and to control the screen in front of me, and here for adaptive cruise control and heated steering wheel. For now we have 87 kilometers of range with 65% battery left with the ventilation turned on. If I turn it off, now the range goes up to 123 kilometers. I'll still leave it on because it's pretty cold outside. And then we have two 12.3 inches screens that I can use in any way I like it. Now my phone is connected through Apple CarPlay wirelessly, and I can move this screen right here, and then I can pop up here the energy meter and the EV menu. So now it's set in Romanian, but I can change how the charging schedule and the preconditioning, charging limit. So I can set it to 80% or 95% just to save the battery lifetime. And also here for charging, different menu settings. Let's change it to English. Save. Yeah, good. And I also have different apps. Here I have the aquarium, so I can give some food to the fish. And we have personal assistant.
Honda personal assistant.
Which I need data connection for. Let's see other apps. Clock, HDMI. Of course, I can connect different kind of devices to this car, not just my phone. And I can install several other apps as well. And Wi-Fi hotspot. Underneath the screen we have these commands for self-parking. If the car, if I feel like I don't have the parking skills necessary, this car can park by itself. Here I have another NFC logo, so if you come with your Android phone, you can just pair it immediately with this car. Also you have some shortcuts for home, for screen brightness, like a shortcut, turning off the audio, and the volume knob here, traditionally mounted. It's like really easy to use. So ventilation ports are here. I don't know how they call in English. My brain doesn't work right now. And here we have the climate control, which is on single zone only, and I can turn the AC like that, but it doesn't change the range by a bit. And then we have the heated seats command, big buttons on each side. Now the center console is really interesting because I do have different kind of controls, and let me show you. So we don't have a traditional gear selection lever. We have buttons for park, reverse, neutral, and drive. And also here's the one pedal driving. We have electric parking brake hold, which I have to turn on every time I'm driving, and the drive mode, switching from normal to sport. Let me put the seatbelt. And yeah, this fake wood trim here looks really nice. It's a well lit interior, feels very comfortable, and the seats are really good. I made the seats are really comfortable and dressed up in a really nice material. Here we also have a cup holder and a storage space for my wallet or phone, and here we have a 230 volt socket, so I can use that to, I don't know, put my PlayStation 5, power my PlayStation 5 and connect it through HDMI. Here I've done this with the Nintendo Switch. Here I can activate the socket, another power outlet, 12 volt, fast charge USB port, and for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Now let's put it in reverse. So yeah, put it in drive, turn on the windshield wipers, and let's go. So we have a really small turning circle, and yeah, really easy to use this car in city traffic because it's meant to be used there because of the range and so on. But yeah, a really pleasure to drive in town, especially because the engine is mounted in underneath the boot, and it's rear-wheel drive, so we have different setup for the front wheels. so that's why they can have a little bit a better turning. Here you can see the front camera. It's working really nicely, beautiful image, widescreen, and I can also switch to the cameras. So you have an extra camera in each camera, a mirror, so I can park really closely to the sidewalk and not scratch the wheels. Accelerating a little bit, of course, no noise. It's a really silent car, very let's say it does a great job for isolating you from the traffic outside. The suspension is it's also comfortable, but with a little bit more let's say, because of the extra heavy batteries and the fact that the batteries are really low mounted, we have a lower center of gravity, and also the car feels very stable. Also on some potholes or imperfections on the road, the car feels a little bit let's say not as comfortable as a Honda Jazz. So if you want, you can still push this car to the limit, and it will be really fun to drive, but it's not meant to do that. It's meant to just cruise around at town speeds, barely reaching 30 kilometers per hour. That's why we'll stay a little bit in this traffic, and then we're gonna head out on a national road, which is right in front of us, and just cruise at higher speeds, just to make sure we got everything right about efficiency. So I've been driving this car for 51 kilometers. I'll keep this car for 1 month in an endurance test, long-term test, let's say, and see how it's like to live with an electric car that doesn't have a huge range. So for now, I've been doing 51 kilometers, which is, I guess, 30 miles or so, and I still have 85 kilometers of range with this driving style. The person that drove the car before me had a heavy foot and just messed up the computer of this car, so I had to drive it a little bit just to make sure it stays in a good average consumption. So for now we have 20.4 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers, which is decent, with the climate control turned on and heated seats, and from time to time I turn on the heated steering wheel just because I think it's a nice option to have, and it feels really nice, especially when it's cold outside and you have to defrost the windows. Yeah, I also do have cruise control, so I can set it at 30 kilometers per hour, and the car will just accelerate by itself once the traffic gets moving. I also have lane keeping assistant, which works decent, but don't forget, this is an expensive car though. This one in Romania is priced at 40,000 euros, which is the dealership in Romania just imports only the top version of the Honda E, so with all the gimmicks and the gadgets inside. We don't get the cheapest version of it, and we also have almost 10,000 euros subsidy from the government, so you can buy this guy is using a scooter on this weather. He's crazy. This car, you can buy it for 30,000 euros or so without any discounts from the dealer. I think you can squeeze a few hundred euros from there, and they will sell about 30 pieces of this car into 2021. This is our quota for this year. Not year. Let's see, let's turn right on the street. So as you can see, we have really good visibility on the mirror, even though the window started fogging a little bit. So I turned the AC on and pressed the auto button, so the car will do everything by itself. And now it's blasting more hot air. As you can see, it gets a little bit noisier, of course. It should be expected. So the steering is very light, no feeling to it, nothing. So no feedback from the wheels in front. They feel very, very light though. I don't think it's a natural feeling. It's heavily assisted, but it's to be expected on a car meant for city use. Woohoo! Man, it has 154 horsepower. So having 154 horsepower on a car that's smaller than the Mini, it's just crazy. Also rear wheel driven, please. Good visibility from the A pillars, that I like. And yeah, let's get moving. Woo! A little bit of wheel spin from the back, but no oversteer situation. I think the traction control works better on electric cars. And now I'm gonna show you something really cool. Once I have a car in my on my left in the mirror, it looks like once I'm close to it, just move to the middle lane. It looks like a commercial shot. Like I can do a car to car. Looks so nice, and even the number plates are flipped. So you have the same feeling as in a reverse camera. It's a little bit zoomed, and I find this tricky, especially if you're parking. But I can press this button here on the signal stick. God, my English is terrible. And I have these guidelines here that tells me, okay, if you're here, it's safe to turn in. Here's the limit when you can change the lane. If I press the stock, that's the word, I get this warning here. So it's safe for me to change the lane or not. The computers will tell me. Woohoo! This guy wants to kill me. Go ahead, Toyota guy. And another huge guy. Come on. Feel so small in this car. So now I'll set the cruise control for 86 kilometers per hour. Also, the steering wheel active lane keeping assistant is active, so I can take my hands off the steering wheel. The cameras mounted here can read the signs on the road and also on the side of the road. And let's see if this Honda E can turn here. Please, 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 please. No. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. With a little bit of help. Of course, you're not supposed to do that. It was just a demo. I like the fact that the windshield wipers just comes across the A pillar, so no dirt in this area. Really good, Honda, love that. And also I like that the dashboard is mounted really low, so I can see all of the bonnet, so really easy to maneuver in tight parking spaces and so on. Now at 77 kilometers per hour, the average energy consumption, I was about to say fuel consumption, but that's not true. It's about 15 to 16, 17 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. That's 170 watts per kilometer. That's another way to look at the electric car's consumption. The windshield wipers are set to auto. As you can see, it does a really good job. I don't need to manually intervene there. Here's a gas station. I'll just pass across it. I'll charge my car at home and at the work. Really good visibility through the back. I mean, the back window is bigger than my mirror, so that's good. I remember having another screen here. How do I turn it on? So as you can see here, I have another screen on the mirror, but because of the weather, the visibility is really poor, so just turn it off. Works better this way. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I can see a car here now. Just turn it off. Manually covering the roof with the roof panel. Roof. Camera is still working, that's good. Usually the GoPros die in this kind of weather. So now it's starting to snow a little bit, and we still have the climate control blasting full power on me. So I'll turn it off just for a bit. 50 cent, yeah, good artist. 58% battery left with 77 kilometers. I don't think the GoPro can pick this up, but I do have a little bit of tire noise, and that's about it, of course, because we don't have the traditional mirrors. No wind noise, which is really lovely. I'm opening up the window because I want to show you just a little bit of a bug. When it's raining and you open the window, just let's say to bring up some fresh air from outside, maybe you have something rotten for breakfast, I don't know, or maybe the windows are fogging up. There are some like water drops coming from here or from here coming into the car because of the frameless doors. Other than that, you can keep the windows open and just turn on the AC, but that would affect the range. Turn up the AC and now we're at 105 kilometers of range. So about 30 to 40 kilometers, that's how much the AC or the ventilation system eats from the battery. We don't have a heat pump like on modern or newer electric cars, like on the Kia e-Niro or the Tesla Model 3 facelift, or the EQA, the new car that Mercedes-Benz launched last week. Yeah, but really comfortable, really like how it feels when I'm driving. It's a really nice car that attracts a lot of fans and I can see why, but I don't get to see, I don't understand the price of the car, why it's so expensive. I think Honda is aiming at a premium market with this car, but with the same kind of money you can buy cars that have better efficiency and greater autonomy. We have a 35.5 kilowatt hour battery in this car, but I can only use 28.5 kilowatt hour. I think it has the same battery pack as the Mazda MX-30, even though these cars aren't related. As you know, car manufacturers don't build themselves the battery, they just buy it from third parties like Samsung Industries, LG Chem, SK Industries, Panasonic, and so on. Just gonna turn right here. Let's try it through the airport a bit. I'm not gonna take off, just in case you end up in Bucharest, just to know where to park your car, or yeah, make sure the taxi drivers don't scam you. Driving underneath this bridge feels futuristic, cyberpunkish, but with less bugs. As you can see, not much body roll at 40 kilometers per hour, thanks of course to the battery pack that's mounted very low and keeps the center of gravity really close to the ground. Also, I have another shortcut here for cameras on the windshield wiper stalk. So yeah, this is the airport. Parking lot, very expensive. And another roundabout. Oh yeah. Yeah, not a traditional roundabout because I shouldn't have that guy yield. So let's put it in sport. Woohoo! Yeah, that's fast. That's why what I love about electric cars, that you get instant power and torque every time you just press the accelerator pedal. Let's turn on one foot operating, so I don't have to use the brake anymore. Of course, you can adjust that with the pedals behind the steering wheel and adjust them accordingly to your liking or the roads you're driving. So if let's say I don't have any lights, stop lights in front of me or so on, I can just take the foot off the accelerator pedal and just leave the car to roll, or adjust the braking force, the regen braking, with this left pedal, and decrease the power with the right flappy pedal. A little bit of traffic. Oh, really lovely weather. I just love this. Also, I should mention here that the sound system is really good. We have speakers here, here, and everywhere around the car, and it feels very punchy, bassy if you like this kind of setup. Good for any kind of music genre or podcasts, and it's really easy to use. The Apple CarPlay screen is really big, and also Waze, that's my favorite navigation app. Works really well. Good visibility, good response, even though my car is not physically connected to the car. I think that's it. I guess I've said enough about the Honda E. If you have any questions, I'll happily answer to them right below this video in the commentary section. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you would love to see any more car content on this channel. Have a lovely weather, not just like ours, but it's winter. Yeah, what can you do? Oh, these guys are taking off the Christmas lights, so that's a mood breaker. Thank you very much for watching.